She rejected every good man in her village, then married the most handsome stranger alive. What she didn't know, he wasn't human. Many years ago, in an ancient land called Ndòké-Ala, a land surrounded by thick forests and rivers that never dried, a place where people still feared the night, a place where elders warned children, not everything fine is good. But one girl didn't listen. Her name was Asára. She was the king's only daughter and the most beautiful girl anyone had ever seen. Not fine beautiful, not cute beautiful, dangerous beauty. When Asára passed, people stopped talking. Men forgot their words. Women looked twice. But inside her chest, something was wrong. Asára was lazy. She hated work. She hated struggle. She hated poor people. And worst of all, she was proud. Men came to marry her. Good men. Hunters who brought meat. Farmers with clean hands and honest sweat. Young men with small money but big heart. They knelt. They spoke with respect. Asára laughed. Is this your bride price? Go and hustle first. Love doesn't pay bills. Sometimes she insulted them until people felt ashamed for them. The village began to whisper. Her mother, Queen Omilade, warned her gently. My daughter, marriage is not about face. It's about peace. Asára rolled her eyes. Her father, King Obari, warned her strongly. The man you choose will shape your life. Choose with sense. Asára replied, I will marry the richest and most handsome man in the world. Anything less is an insult. That was the day trouble marked her name. Asára didn't pray. She demanded. She wanted no stress, no suffering, no poverty, only enjoyment. She didn't know the spirits were listening. One market day, sun was high. A stranger rode into Ndòké-Ala on a decorated horse, cowries shining, gold cloth flowing. Behind him, the fattest cow, white goats, bags of ancient shells. Women gasped. Men stepped back. Asára froze. She had never seen a man like this. Tall, perfect, too perfect. His name was Karunmara. He looked only at her. I have come to marry you, he said. Asára said yes, immediately. No thinking, no questions. Her mother felt cold in her stomach. Her father noticed something strange. This man has no shadow, the king whispered. No ancestral drums played. No blessings followed. Still, Asára refused to listen. She mocked her parents. You are jealous of my happiness. That same night, she left with him. As the horse walked out of Ndòké-Ala, Queen Omilade cried. King Obari poured wine on the ground and said, This marriage will not end well. But Asára didn't look back. She had chosen beauty. She had chosen riches. She didn't know the journey ahead would remove flesh from bone. They left Ndòké-Ala before dawn. No farewell drums, no blessings, no elders. Just Asára, her new husband Karunmara, and the long road ahead. At first, everything looked normal. He spoke gently. He smiled often. His voice was calm, too calm. Asára tried to relax. Maybe my parents were wrong, she thought. Maybe this is my reward. But the forest ahead was dark, and quiet. They reached the first river before sunset. The water was black, no birds, no frogs. Karumara stopped. He climbed down from the horse. Asára waited. Then she saw it. He removed his left hand, just like that. No blood, no pain. Here, dear friend, I have come to return what I borrowed. He dropped it into the river. The water swallowed it. Asára screamed, "What are you doing?" He looked at her calmly. It is part of the journey. Her heart pounded. She wanted to run, but where would she go? The forest had already closed behind them. That night, Asára couldn't sleep. She watched him carefully. He moved stiffly. His smile didn't reach his eyes. She remembered her mother's face, her father's warning, but pride spoke louder. You wanted the best, she told herself. Don't embarrass yourself now. The next day, they reached another river. This one was wide. The air around it felt heavy. Again, Karunmara stopped. This time, he removed his right hand and returned it to the water. Asára fell to her knees. Please, she cried, tell me the truth. He only said, do not ask questions you are not ready for. Fear entered her bones. They traveled for days. At each river, he gave something back. At one river, his ears. At another, his nose. Then a leg. Each time, he looked less human. His walk changed. His eyes grew colder. His voice deeper. Asára cried quietly now. Her fine clothes were torn. Her gold felt heavy. She understood too late. This was not a man. This was something else. Something ancient. Something hungry. She tried to turn back one night, but the path behind her had disappeared. Only forest, only darkness, only silence. At the final river, the air smelled like death. Karunmara stood tall one last time. He returned almost everything that made him human. When he turned to her, he was no longer pretending. His eyes glowed. His tongue flicked. Asára collapsed. I'm sorry, she cried. I listened to my pride. He laughed, a sound like dry leaves. Beyond the river, Asára saw it, a land she had never imagined. Dark soil, twisted trees, and figures moving slowly in the distance, half human, half snake. Karunmara faced her and said, Welcome home, my wife. Asára screamed, but the rivers had already closed behind her. They crossed the final river. Asára's feet touched the ground. The earth felt cold, wet, alive. This place was called Saruma, a land hidden from humans, a land beneath roots and shadows. The sky was always dim, like evening that never ends. Karunmara stopped walking. He turned. What stood before Asára was no longer a man. His body was long, coiled, covered in scales. Only his head still looked human, a giant cobra. Asára screamed until her chest burned. She fell, she crawled, she begged, but her voice meant nothing here. Movements surrounded her. Figures emerged from the mist. Men with snake bodies, women with scales instead of skin, children with human eyes and forked tongues. Half human, half cobra. They stared at her. Some smiled, some hissed. No one helped. Asára tried to run. The moment she moved, the ground shook. From the soil rose giant cobras, taller than trees. Their eyes locked on her. Their bodies blocked every path. Karunmara spoke. No one leaves Saruma. Her knees failed her. Days passed, or maybe weeks. Time moved strangely there. Asára lived in. She slept on cold stone. She ate without appetite. She cried without comfort. No mirrors, no fine clothes, no praise, only regret. She remembered the good men she mocked, the poor suitors she insulted, the mother she disobeyed. She remembered how proud she was. Now pride tasted bitter. One morning she felt pain, sharp pain. Her skin burned. Scales appeared on her arms. Her legs felt weak. Her tongue felt strange. Ah! The serpent women watched. This is normal, they said. You are becoming one of us. Asára begged Karunmara, please, I have learned. I was wrong. He looked at her with ancient eyes. Lessons come with a price. That night, Asára woke up unable to move her legs. They had started to join. Her scream echoed once, then died in her throat. Morning came in Saruma. Asára opened her eyes. She tried to stand. She couldn't. Her legs were gone. In their place, a long, cold tail covered in scales. Ah! But the sound that came out was no longer human. It was a hiss. The serpent women brought her to still water. Look, they said. Asára looked and broke. Her skin was gone. Her arms were shrinking. Her eyes were changing. She was becoming what she married. She crawled to Karunmara. Please, she cried. I have suffered enough. He watched her quietly. You rejected humility, he said. You mocked patience. You chose appearance over truth. His voice was calm, too calm. There is no going back. That night Asára dreamed. She saw her mother crying, her father pouring wine on the earth, the poor men she laughed at, now happy with wives who respected them. She reached out. They couldn't see her. By morning the change was complete. Asára, princess of Ndòké-Ala, was now a full cobra. No crown, no beauty, no voice, only memory. In Ndòké-Ala, elders noticed something. Since Asára left, snakes avoided the village. Queen Omilade aged quickly. King Obari never smiled again. Till today, hunters say that near the deep forest, a cobra sometimes watches from a distance. Its eyes look human. They say if you listen closely, you can hear regret breathing. That is why our mothers say, not every fine face carries a good destiny. Pride feeds fast, but it poisons the soul. The person who despises little blessings will lose big ones. So choose with wisdom, respect humble beginnings, and remember, beauty can invite spirits, but character decides where you end up. If you felt chills from Asára's story, share this with someone who thinks looks and wealth are everything. And don't forget, follow for more African folktales that shock, inspire, and leave you thinking long after the story ends. Until next time, bye!